channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This will be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take the resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read, okay? If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. And it is a good idea to keep an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really, truly want to see less of. Okay? Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe to come on over and subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There's enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay? Today we're tapping into the zodiac sign of Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, or any placement in your chart. Cancer. Okay? That Cancer needs to know for their highest good. What is that the zodiac sign of Cancer needs to know for their highest good? Okay. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Mm-hmm. First card that we have here, Cancer, is the Two of Wands, okay? It looks like you could be, maybe you could possibly have some Aries placement in your chart somewhere. But with the Two of Wands, you are in the energy of having to make a decision swiftly. You know how we always here to take our time, and if someone is rushing us, it's an indication that maybe it's not for you. Well, with this Two of Wands here, this energy here, the Chokma energy here is calling for you to make a swift decision, okay? Calling for you to make a swift decision, something last minute. Looks like something last minute arrived in your life, okay? You didn't know that it was coming. It's unexpected. But it's something that you're supposed to be a part of. I'm picking up on the energy of someone who could have, who could be married, possibly in a relationship where you are a parental figure or some kind of parental guidance for maybe stepchildren. So you have children of your own with your husband or your wife or your spouse. You could be married or unmarried, but you have a family setting. You have your own home, but you could be hearing about a child that you maybe had outside of the marriage. Ooh, this is different. This is different. Okay. You may get information about a child that you've had outside the marriage who is now grown, who is now a full blown adult, and they could have run into some kind of economic hardship. Someone could be coming to you, collective, asking you for assistance, financial assistance. This could be your child, okay, male or female, okay, asking for you to help with a living situation. You may have to take this person in. You may find out this person is expecting a child as well. This could be your son or your daughter. I see you having a conversation with your spouse about this situation, okay? You may be saying to yourself, my house is full, but this is my child. I have to help. I have to, find a way to help in this situation. We have the Page of Wands here. And so I see you going into reflection mode, and really trying to gather your mental faculties and really reflect on how you're going to go about doing this. I don't see you turning your child away, which is beautiful. But I see you sitting down and actually having a conversation with your spouse, like, look, this is what is going on. My son or daughter needs my help. Yes, we don't have space in this house, but guess what? We're going to make space, okay? And so this could be new, okay? Maybe you've never had this older child, come and ask you for help in this matter, but life happens, okay? Okay, but the beautiful thing is that you are willing to help, okay? You're not turning your son or daughter away, okay? And so, okay, I see the children, okay? I see the children also getting along well with each other. Maybe you and your spouse may be concerned about whether or not, will they be battling and fighting each other, with the Knight of Wands, or will these siblings be able to get along with each other. These children are aware of this older sibling, whether this child was created outside of the marriage or previously, because this is like the your oldest child, your son or daughter. This is the like your firstborn. Okay. All right, so they've run into some economic hardships. This could be maybe something financial. Maybe they received a pay cut. Maybe they've lost their job. Maybe they've went. Maybe the landlord increased the rent to where they live, and they were trying their hardest, but things just began to get very tight. And they also have found out that they have a baby on the way. Okay, all right. Okay, so congratulations and congratulations. The next card we have here is the Queen of Wands, and with this Queen of Wands energy here, I see you, reminding your spouse, whether this is a male or a female, that this still will be, your home. You're still the queen of your castle, so don't worry about that. And so, the beautiful thing that I'm picking up here, collective, is that you're taking the time to have this conversation with your spouse. You're not just coming home and having people pull up in the driveway with a U-Haul and your wife or your husband or your spouse like, what's going on? You're actually sitting down, you're being open and honest about what's going on, what is needed, what's requested, who it is. And you're actually, both of you are coming together to make space for this child in your home. And this is beautiful. The energy I'm picking up on here is very beautiful. Lots of love, lots of harmony, lots of support. And if this is a female, then she is with child. And if this is an older son, your firstborn was a male, a son. Okay. I see you being very supportive. I see you and your spouse actually being very supportive. Something about this baby, this grandchild that is on the way. You want to make sure that they have a healthy child, and you don't want them to be overwhelmed and stressed. Whether this is the mother carrying the baby in the womb, or this is your oldest son who's expecting a child, you don't want him to be stressed out and overwhelmed. So I see a lot of support. I'm picking up on a lot of beautiful energy here. Yes, you guys are spiritually connected. That's for sure. This is so beautiful. But I see a lot of coming together and making it work. I really do. And I see the children actually being happy that their older brother or sister is at home. But I also, yeah, Cancer, I see you having this conversation with your spouse. Like, don't think because, our living situation is temporarily, it is going to be disrupted, but you are still the queen or king of the castle. Okay, so this will be male or female energy, Cancer, watching. Okay, you're reassuring them that they will not have to worry about feeling uncomfortable, that you're going to do your part as much as possible to make sure that everyone is comfortable and content with the situation. And you're also reassuring them that it's only temporary. I also see, which I think is cute, I see you and your spouse working extra hard to assist your child, with finding a new place, maybe helping them search for an apartment. I even see you guys coming together like, look, we'll co-sign and we'll pay up the first couple of months. And so this is wonderful, not to push them out there, but with them expecting a child, your new grandchild, and your house. As I said earlier, I'm picking up the space is already tight. There's enough people in the home. You want to make sure everyone is comfortable. And so I think that's very sweet and kind, the way that you and your spouse are embracing the situation. How beautiful, Cancer. How beautiful. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the King of Wands. And so with the King of Wands energy, you are taking authority. You are responding to the situation, as a king should, as a leader should, as an authority figure or a matriarch should. You're not ignoring, you're not being oblivious or disregarding. You're not saying, oh, you're not my child, or I can't help you. You're realizing, and you're also having compassion. You're having compassion, for your offspring, that, things happen in life, things happen every day worldwide. Things are constantly changing, and you're not passing judgment, which is even more beautiful. You're not criticizing. You're saying, I understand. Just come on, pack your things up. Let's get your things in the storage. Come on over here. This is also your home as well. So that is very generous of you, Cancer, because when people are going through situations like that and they need somewhere to stay, the last thing they need is for family to turn their back on them. The last thing they need, Cancer, is for a family to turn their back on them, okay? Or a family to watch them be homeless, especially with a child, be homeless and go without. And so it's wonderful that you're being supportive. It's extremely wonderful, okay? And so the next card we have here is the Eight of Wands. Your spouse could have a Sagittarius placement, okay? Your spouse could be helping, like I said, being very supportive and encouraging. And I also see someone going shopping for the baby. The baby isn't even here yet. I see people excited, planning baby showers, and let's go buy this and let's go buy that. But I see your spouse being very supportive, okay? And this is also energy coming in, information, news that you can use, and also your child as well. You could receive information. This could be someone in your community, someone on your job, someone in your church setting. Maybe someone has, is aware or knows someone who has access to rental property. Someone may be connecting you to someone who owns rental property and may be willing to lease an apartment or a house to your child, this person who's been displaced from their home. So this is beautiful. And so this news is coming in. It's going to be right on time, okay? Before the baby is here, you'll be able to get them into their new place. You'll be getting information, and you'll be able to get them adjusted. So they'll be living with you actually temporarily. Like it's like what you told your spouse at the beginning. This is what is going on. This is my child. We're going to help. This is only temporary. I actually see this situation going just as that. Some people move in and they end up staying for weeks, then weeks turn to months, and then months turn to years. But I actually see this situation going like boom, bam, bam, bam. A couple of months, okay, we found you a place. The following month, you're in your place. We're furnishing it. Okay, thank you, goodbye. I actually see you keeping the ball rolling, not allowing the situation to carry out longer than it is. Because once again, I'm picking up that the home that you're in, Cancer, is beautiful. You love your home, but the space is really tight. It's really tight. And you want to make sure that everyone is comfortable, your spouse and even the children that are there in the home already. But everyone is working hard to show some compassion towards this older sibling at this time while they're going through this economic hardship. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful read, okay? And that's why the Ace of Coins is here, okay? This Ace of Coins does not just represent money. This represents that Eight of Wands energy. This represents that, that information coming in about that apartment or about that housing situation, okay? And I'm also hearing that it's very beautiful, okay? This is not just anything. You know how people get in a situation where they need somewhere to live and they sometimes have to settle and they're not pleased. This place is very beautiful. Very beautiful. They're going to like it. You're going to like it. Everyone's going to be smiling, excited, decorating, coming together, welcoming the new baby, decorating the nursery. Yeah, planning a baby shower in their place, not yours, in theirs. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the Two of Coins. And so you are able, Cancer, to maintain a balance through this situation. You are able to maintain it, and you are also with the Seven of Swords, you're also able to avoid any conflict or any friction, within your family while this is going on, okay? This is very rare, but this is beautiful. Lots of support, lots of compassion, lots of love, lots of understanding, not making this person or your child, feel uncomfortable when someone's going through something like that. Not making them feel bad, not, it's your fault. Because honestly, this person is, this older child of yours, they're in this situation because of something that was out of their control. They did not know that they were going to receive a pay cut. They're still working their job, but they're just not getting paid as much as they were. And the previous place where they were leasing, the landlord upped the rent. So what happened was the monthly responsibilities became increasingly more than what they were pulling in. So this is a situation that was out of their control. This is not someone who chose to be lazy and say, "Oh, I'm not going to do anything." No, this is just something that was out of their control. But I see them getting back on their feet. So this concludes the read for the zodiac sign of Cancer. Later.